right, y'all, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Hey, you know, another segment we've added to the show called Ask an Attorney. We got one of the best attorneys in the country, member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and we all run into legal issues, and hiring a lawyer can be expensive. So this morning we got attorney Everett Wess, who's been practicing law for over 23 years in Birmingham. Mr. Everett, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
Go ahead and shout out your institution. I know you're a Sigma, but what's your institution?
Alabama A&M, baby. Alabama A&M Bulldog.
Yes, sir. We are so happy to have you. So first, we want to just start off the top. What are some of the top mistakes people make when representing themselves in court?
Well, what I tell a lot of clients that come in is get a last will and testament is the first thing we need to do. I noticed a lot of people had problems with getting their property distributed after they died. And I went to my own mother and father, and I asked, I said, Mom, Dad, do you all have a last will and testament? They said, we have it. Everything is under control. Mom died, and Dad came to me afterwards and said, and she was my wife. Why can't I get these things done, son? I said, Dad, do you remember when you and Mom were healthy and doing well and asked to get a last will and testament? He says, yes. I said, well, this is why you can't get those things done easily. And black families in particular, you know, we have property that get tied up and is listed as our property, and you might have 16 people owning one piece of property, and two people aren't going to get along. So you can't get 16.
Absolutely. So let's go to the phones. You on with attorney Everett Wess. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Crystal from Fort Lauderdale. I'm taking care of my grandmother. But as she gets older, what legal documents do I need to be able to legally manage her affairs?
Well, there are two things you can get as a power of attorney if she is still in her right mind. But if she's suffering from some mental health issues or dementia or anything like that, you can go to a probate court and get what we call letters of guardianship, and that will place you over that person. So you will be responsible for her just like you would a 5-year-old child. And then there's also another thing called conservatorship, where the court can issue an order where you would be over your grandmother's business and financial affairs.
All right, they appreciate that. You're on with Attorney Wess. Good morning.
Yes, this is Dominic from Cincy. Listen, my father passed away about a month ago, and he did not have a will. So how does the court decide who out of his 4 children would get the house?
All right, we have two things. If you have a last will and testament, that means the court will follow the last will and testament. But if you die without a will, that's called intestate in the law. You died without a will. And so generally from state to state, there are laws that are embedded within the state law, and it will determine how those assets are distributed. Usually you have heirs through bloodlines, so it will go from the parents to the children, and then to the grandchildren, and if there are no children and grandchildren, then it goes horizontally to the siblings and the nieces and the nephews in that order.
All right, you're on with Attorney Wess. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Portia from Houston, and my sister lost custody of her daughter. The father is not around. How do I apply for adoption? And if I'm single, is that an issue?
In Alabama and most states, probate courts handles adoptions. And what you would have to do is hire an attorney, again, to help you through that process. But you can file a petition for adoptions. There are related adoptions and non-related adoptions. Related adoptions are, when you may have a family member that you know who may have lost their parents, and you want to take in this niece or nephew as an example. Unrelated adoptions are when you may adopt through an agency and you may not know the child, may not know the parents. You would have to file a petition for adoption. They'll run publication notice, notify everybody that needs to be notified. If there's a father out there, you will run publication notice, but an attorney can help you through that process. Thank you for your question.
Hey, Attorney Everett Wess, thank you so much for coming on with us this morning. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
All right, I am here in the Birmingham area, Birmingham, Alabama, and my telephone number is area code 205-251-9372. Thank you so much, Hornet.
Hey, man, thank you. Alabama A&M, member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, founded in 1914, the one and only Attorney Everett Wess. Love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Rickey.
More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.